Hello and welcome, I'm your host KB and you're watching the Retrospective. Widget the World Watcher was a show that first aired in 1990. It ran for 3 seasons with a total of 65 episodes being produced during its run. The show stars Widget, a shape-shifting alien, along with his sidekick Megabrain, a disembodied head and floating hands that lives inside Widget's wristwatch.
Okay, I'm ready, Widget.
Widget is from a race of world watchers who are stationed on planets throughout the galaxy, and their purpose is to help the planet's inhabitants conserve their environment. Widget is also joined on adventures by his friends Christine, Kevin and Brian, who help offer a human perspective on the events of the show as they unfold. The show aired during a period where PSAs and conservation shows like Captain Planet were quite popular, and while the messages were quite preachy and in your face, I feel the likability of Widget really endeared the viewer to the show and helped make the message more palatable.
This is Moldavi Game Preserve. The elephants there are being threatened by poachers.
Those cosmic cowards! Poachers are nastier than solar slime snakes!
Widget's shape-shifting ability is an important aspect of the show, with him using his abilities to communicate with wildlife and blend into his environment, even if he does maintain his signature purple look. He transforms into a variety of animals, creatures, characters, and even inanimate objects.
Let's get to work.
There's a slew of fun villains throughout the series, along with the typical polluters and poachers that you encounter in most conservation-focused shows. One of my favourite villains is Ratchet, an alien who acts as the anti-Widget, much like Captain Pollution does with Captain Planet.
Let me go! Oh, you'll be going right after I give my self-polluting trash shrinker a test! Dump it in!
It works. That's smaller than...
Your brain! Alright, jump that jerk!
The show was produced by Calico Creations and Zodiac Entertainment, the latter of which also produced Mr. Bogus, another obscure show from 1991. The production here is well done, but it's nothing groundbreaking for the time. The show also features what I personally consider to be the most underrated theme song from the 90s.
Danger and evil were everywhere. Nature thought we didn't care. Who can help the world survive? Who can keep our dream alive, alive, alive?
The voice talent on hand also featured an all-star cast, such as Cam Clark, Townsend Coleman, and Pat Fraley of Ninja Turtles fame, as well as Russie Taylor and the legendary Jim Cummings, who voice Widget and Megabrain. Now, the storylines and the writing here aren't anything special, but to me the show has an intangible charm that I can't quite explain. As I mentioned before, the show ran for 3 seasons, which while not a long run, is still a decent amount of episodes, which is why I find it surprising that the show is very much forgotten today. If anything, the NES and SNES games are remembered more often than the show, if only for the fact that the games are both pretty bad. With the show being quite obscure, there isn't a lot of information available about the series. A lot of episode synopsis and production information still remains incomplete. With no official DVD release and only a handful of episodes ever being released on VHS, there's only a few episodes to watch online, which I personally feel is a shame, as I would love to revisit the entire series.
What's this? Looks like a clue left by that careless animal snatcher.
Looks like a tripwire to me. Don't anybody touch it. It could be a trap.
No, you
Blasting Beezle bonkers and galactic ghost grease. We gotta get out of here.
Once again, thanks very much for stopping by and watching this episode. Please do me a favor and go and like our Facebook page and check out some more fun content. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode of The Retrospective.